Before I begin this predictions video for Money in the Bank 2019, I want to ask all of you a couple of questions first. Number one, are you actually looking forward to Money in the Bank this Sunday? Number two, did both Raw and SmackDown get you to say, you know what, both these shows were so good, I'm actually looking forward to Sunday. I'm looking forward to the pay-per-view. I want you guys, again, just give me honest answers here. Seriously. You can tell me them on Twitter at HeelSteven, or if not, let me know in the comment threads of the video. I just want your honest feedback here, okay? Because I'm going to be real about it. Coming out of WrestleMania, both Raw and SmackDown have been the worst programming I have ever seen WWE produce in a long time. People say 2018 was a bad year for WWE, and 2019, it's actually, in some weird way, shape, or form, actually proving that wrong. It's like 2019 said, hold my beer, watch this. Watch us fuck this whole shit up, bitches. It's literally what it looks like right now. And it's only downhill from here. This is why, again, when we hear news like AEW is going to be going the Turner Network, and I've been hearing people say, oh, it's the WWE killing machine and shit like that. I think it's stupid. I think people are just, just reaching or just gassing shit up for no fucking reason whatsoever. What I hope happens, and this is my honest opinion on this, again, if you want to be genuinely honest with this, I hope that AEW gets WWE to do better programming. I hope WWE looks at this and, you know what? Okay, we got to get our shit together, because this is getting ridiculous. It really, really is. And I'll be real about it. For the past couple of weeks, I have not sat down and watched a full episode of Raw or SmackDown. I will turn it off halfway and go on with my day. Or 9 times out of 10, I'm playing FIFA as Raw's happening and not giving a single fuck about Raw or SmackDown for that matter. But anyway, I look forward to seeing your answers or giving me your answers in the comment threads, or if not, on Twitter at HeelSteven. This is your Money in the Bank 2019 pay-per-view preview and predictions. It goes down this Sunday, that being Money in the Bank on May 19, 2019, from the XL Center in Hartford, Connecticut. I welcome again your feedback. As always, guys, it's me, it's Steve. I'm back at it again with a new video. Thank you all for tuning in back into the channel and also to this video. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Give the video a big old thumbs up. And as always, guys, share the video throughout your entire social media. You can check me out on social media in general at HeelSteven on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube. I'm everywhere at HeelSteven. So let's get on to the predictions. There's literally 11 matches on the show. 2 of them will be on the kickoff show. The other 9 will be on the main card. Like I said before, I welcome your predictions as well, so they can be in the comment threads, or if not, drop me a tweet at HeelSteven. I'll give you a retweet and a like and all that fun stuff. There's a reason why I'm doing this predictions earlier than usual. Usually, I'll save the predictions for the podcast, but being that there's so much to get into later on, or again, it's Thursday as I'm doing this recording. So usually, by the time you will hear this or watch this video in general, again, the podcast will be happening live Friday, likely at 7 p.m. So just know that as well. So the kickoff show, you have Tony Nese defending the WWE Cruiserweight Championship against Ariya Daivari. Now, I'll be honest here, and again, it's going to come off like me being a dick when I say this, but I really don't watch 205 Live. I say that all the time. I got friends that do. They say, oh, it's great. The ring work is great. I just don't have time. Now, to my understanding, Ariya Daivari did defeat, I want to say, Oney Lorcan a couple of weeks ago to get this match. So that they're having the match. And Ariya Daivari is having like this undefeated streak thus far. It should be a fun match. Don't get me wrong. Usually, the Cruiserweight Championship match are always the best matches on these pay-per-view cards. Usually when it's even on the kickoff show or not. At the same time, I'll say this. I feel like 205, and again, from what I've seen on YouTube clips and here and there, they need a big name on that brand. Since losing, I want to say Buddy Murphy to SmackDown, even though he hasn't been seen on SmackDown in God knows when, since the Superstar shakeup, it's like, where the fuck is he? They need someone. Even someone like Cedric is gone too. So they need people right now. They need people like ASAP. Again, it should be a fun match. I know Tony won at WrestleMania. They did the whole thing. Hey, the hometown guy wins, right? So don't be surprised if Arya Daivari drops the title. If Arya Daivari becomes the new champion here. So that being said, I'm going to go with Arya Daivari. I do see him winning the championship. Again, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong here, okay? This is more like a throwaway prediction for this match in general, okay? We then go on to a tag team match. You have Daniel Bryan and Rowan versus the Usos. Holy crap, Daniel Bryan, the new Daniel Bryan being relegated to the kickoff show. Holy hell, shit has hit the fan. Hell has froze over, motherflowers. I shit you not. Daniel Bryan on the kickoff show. The former WWE champion on the kickoff show. Now, granted, again, this is like an impromptu match. It's non-title. Then again, as of this recording, they could definitely make it a title match. Even though we've seen that like on SmackDown, I want to say like 2 weeks ago, where they had Bryan and Rowan versus the Usos in that impromptu tag team title match, right? Where Bryan and Rowan won, the Usos were on SmackDown because of the whole wild card rule. Because, oh my God, the wild card rule has been one of the biggest disappointments on WWE programming thus far, if you want my honest opinion on that too. So this should be a whatever match. I don't see the point of the Usos winning here. They're on Raw, so I'm going to go with Bryan and Rowan beating the Usos again. We then go on to the main card here, guys. We have Samoa Joe defending the United States Championship versus Rey Mysterio. Now, remember at WrestleMania, Samoa Joe beat Rey Mysterio in like 9 seconds or so. So they're doing this whole thing where Mysterio is now on Raw. So is Samoa Joe. They're both on Raw now, by the way. And Rey Mysterio, I want to say, did he pin Joe? He did. He pinned Samoa Joe a couple weeks ago on Monday Night Raw. Dominic was there. His son Dominic, who I think is 21 years old. He's probably getting a WWE developmental deal. Something like that. And Samoa Joe, because he got embarrassed, right? He wants to, I guess, show Dominic, you know, the aggressive side of Samoa Joe. He's going to do to his father at Money in the Bank, as what he did him at WrestleMania. A couple weeks ago on Raw, Samoa Joe yelled at Dominic, and that got Ray mad. Hence why on Raw this past Monday, Ray faced Cesaro. It was a very good match for what it was. But that being said, I don't see Samoa Joe losing here. I don't see it. I think Dominic will get involved in some way, and instead it's going to cost by accident or something like that, right? The match that is, right? So there you go with that. I think Samoa Joe in some way, shape, or form retains the United States Championship versus Rey Mysterio. We have The Miz versus Shane McMahon in a steel cage match. The same Shane McMahon who's the best in the world. He's in 2 programs, one with The Miz and now also with Roman Reigns on SmackDown Live, but The Miz on Raw. Again, because of the wild card rule, you'll have Miz on SmackDown Live showing up whenever the fuck he wants with Roman Reigns, and Roman on Raw as well. And again, this is a rematch from WrestleMania. The Miz still cannot let that go, especially when Shane referenced Miz's father. Like, literally, Miz's dad has become wrestling meme, like fucking ASAP almost, right? The fucking fight pose has become a funny meme and shit. I see it everywhere. I really, really do. And you remember at WrestleMania, Miz had Shane on that stage area and he suplexed him off it and Shane got the win. So you want to believe that Miz will get the win back, so they'll probably do like the whole 50-50 booking. But I hope it's the end of this program. I thought at WrestleMania it was it. But instead, no, to carry over to fucking Money in the Bank. So that being said, I hope the Miz does get the win here, because fuck it, why not at this point in juncture. You have Roman Reigns versus Elias, because fucking why not? What else can they do? Every single week they've been showing this video package of Roman Reigns, of his adversity, what he had to go through with leukemia. Here's the thing about it. Yes, I'm a Roman Reigns fan. It's obvious, right? But even I will admit, like, okay, enough is enough. You do not need to show the same video package every single fucking week. You don't need to do that. It's funny because the Superstar shakeup happened, right? And now we also have, again, the Superstar shakeup happened. Roman's on SmackDown, right? But because of this fucking wild card, because of the wild card rule, you have Roman on Raw for the last 2 weeks in a row. So the idea is, okay, you'll have anyone can show up, but instead it's the same people. It's the Usos on SmackDown. It's Roman on SmackDown. The same shit every single fucking week. The same people going back and forth on brands and shit. So again, the purpose of the wild card rule is a failure, essentially, right? And this whole thing started because, oh my god, Vince McMahon said that Elias was supposed to be the base acquisition of SmackDown, but instead it was Roman Reigns, and Roman punched Vince McMahon. So they're doing this whole thing where Roman versus the Authority. Holy crap. And this is just a filler match. This is something you would see on SmackDown or on Raw, if you will. Honestly, with this being said, I see it, believe it or not, because all this push for Roman, right, with these video packages that I mentioned earlier, I see Elias winning. I see Elias getting the win, and they'll have another match on SmackDown, but this leads up to Roman facing Shane. I see that happening down the road. So there you go with that. I'm going with Elias getting the win here over Roman Reigns. Holy crap, right? A Roman Reigns fan shouldn't be saying that, Steve, but hey, it is my honest opinion. Take it for what it's worth. We then have the first women's Money in the Bank. My bad. Yeah, the first of two Money in the Bank ladder matches. You have the women. You have Natalya, Dana Brooke, Naomi, Bayley, Mandy Rose, Ember Moon, Carmella, and now replacing Alexa Bliss, Nikki Cross. As you know, Nikki Cross was on Raw this past Monday, and she, I guess, replaced Alexa Bliss there as well. And it should be, honestly, an okay match. Usually the women, it's there. God forbid Dana Brooke gets to win here. God forbid. You look at this match, who really could use the win here? Natalya, honestly, no. Natalya's been champion already. I don't need to see that again. Dana Brooke, somebody tells me they'll do the tease where she's about to win and she doesn't. Right? This whole thing of her trying to get her redemption, and she's been here for so long, and this and that. She's been overlooked. Whatever. Naomi, she's been champion before on SmackDown. I don't need to see it again on Raw. Bayley, the hippo, coming to SmackDown from Raw. Again, she's been champion already. Who I would love to see it happen to, honestly, who I want to see win this is Mandy Rose. I think Mandy is someone that you can tell they want to get behind. They want to give her a push. Then again, this is the whole Sonya Deville effect, where Sonya Deville could possibly cost Mandy the opportunity to win, right? It can happen. Definitely happen. That being said, though, you have Ember Moon as well. Ember Moon, could it be two? Could it be? Why the hell not? Carmella, hell no. Please no. You're not even seeing another Carmella hat trick. I don't need to see it. No. Nikki Cross is a wild card because, again, she's replacing Alexa Bliss. So that being said, like I said earlier, I want to say Mandy Rose because, again, you could tell that it's someone that they want to get behind. So I'm going with Mandy Rose on this one. Mandy Rose, I think, is going to win. But don't be surprised if down the road you have Sonya Deville and this whole thing with them. And again, it causes a friction, if you will, a problem, if you will. There's that. We have the first of two Becky matches here. We have Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Becky Lynch is doing double duty. And I'll be honest with you guys, it's a match I really don't want to see. I could care less, honestly. And I'll be real about it, too. I know a lot of people are still on this whole Becky wave. Honestly, me, I'm not anymore. This whole Becky thing, it's done with. It happened. I was there. Awesome. Great. Can we move on? Please, is Becky still doing the same promo week after week? I beat RONI and Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania. I beat them both. They're both my titles now. I'm Becky Two-Belt, Becky Two-Belt, Becky Two-Belt. And it's like, come on. It's getting boring. It's getting whack. I can give two shits at this point in the juncture. That being said, it's a match that, again, I don't care for. But that being said, I will say, and oh my God, because you got to think about this too, right? You can't expect Becky to walk out with 2 belts coming out of this. No. I say Charlotte wins. I think Charlotte wins, and you have Becky to stay on Raw, in my honest opinion. But you have Charlotte Flair win here. That's right. Charlotte Flair, La Ingobernable, right? La Ingobernable, Miss Andrade, if you will, right? Beats Becky Lynch here. She beats Becky Lynch, and she takes over the whole SmackDown kingdom, while Becky goes over to Monday Night Raw. And I'll get to that momentarily when I talk about when I talk about Becky versus Lacey Evans in just a little bit. We have the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. We have Sami Zayn, who's now taking the spot of Braun Strowman, versus Ricochet, Drew McIntyre, Baron Corbin, God help us all, Ali, Finn Balor, Andrade, and Randy Orton. I'm going to say this, the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, believe it or not, I'm not saying it's the fucking dream all-star, if you will, but it's a very stacked one. It's a solid Money in the Bank ladder match for the men's, right? You have some solid names here. There's some people I would replace, obviously, like Baron Corbin, but that's just around the point. And you look at it, right? Sami Zayn beat Sami Zayn beat Braun Strowman last week on Raw with the help of Drew McIntyre and Baron Corbin. You have Ricochet, who I'm not saying he's gonna win, but it'll be him and Ali. They'll do some crazy shit off the ladder. I see that happening, right? Even though Ricochet, yes, they changed his fucking theme. They added some whistling effects and shit like that, which is stupid, but whatever. Drew McIntyre, I'm going to say this right now, is my favorite to win. He is right now my favorite to win, and there's that. Baron Corbin, again, I don't need to see it again. I don't. He won it last year, did nothing with it, so I don't give a shit. Ali, I'll say this right now. Ali, I did admire that promo that he did. I did like the promo that he did a couple weeks ago, talking about getting the opportunity again that was taken away from him and all that stuff. And when I look at someone like Ali, I still think he's still new. Again, just like him and Ricochet, I do see him doing some crazy shit off the ladder. I see that happening, believe it or not. But there's that. There's that. Finn Balor is the Intercontinental Champion. I don't need to see him being Money in the Bank, honestly. Andrade, I'm going to be real with you guys. Yes, I did say Drew being the favorite, but I would love to see Andrade be the one to win the whole thing. But I think with Andrade, again, he still has time as well. I think Andrade could be the next Intercontinental Champion first, and then build up to that world title scene. But you got to keep him with Zelina Vega. You have to. And then, of course, you have Randy Orton, who's already won it. It's fine, whatever. Orton's right now at that point of his career where he doesn't give a shit. But when I say that, I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, like, fuck it. He'll do whatever. He's getting paid already, so fuck it. He'll do whatever. But that being said, I'm going to go with Drew McIntyre to win this and maybe cash in later on in the night. But we'll see. We have here the second Becky Lynch match. Becky Lynch versus Lacey Evans for the Raw Women's Championship. And here's the thing, like I said, I do in some way not admire, like, oh my god, I'm a crazy fanboy and shit, no. But I am a fan of Lacey Evans. I dig the Southern Belle, Southern plantation owner gimmick, whatever. I do dig that for what it's worth. That being said, though, people are saying, oh, she's going to be a future champion, which I agree with, but not right now. I don't think her time is now. I'll be in shock. I'll be in total shock if they actually do it, if they actually give her the belt right now, that is. I just honestly would love to see her have a couple more matches still on Raw with some of the whoever's left on that roster right now, because you gotta believe if Sasha comes back or not, I doubt it, but still. That being said, Again, it should be a very good match for what it's worth. It's the lady versus the man, right? These past couple weeks on Raw, that is, right? You had Lacey Evans get the upper hand on Becky. Like this past Monday on Raw, they did a contract signing or something like that, where both Charlotte and Lacey double teamed Becky through a table. They powerbombed through a table, something like that. So there's that. So that being said, I see Charlotte beating Becky for the SmackDown Women's title, but I see Becky beating Lacey for the Raw Women's Championship here. I see that happening, and you know what? It doesn't have to be a fucking pinfall. It could be a disqualification or a no contest. I see it happening, a no contest for this match where Becky still retains, but she loses the SmackDown Women's title to Charlotte Flair. You have Seth Rollins versus AJ Styles for the WWE Universal Championship. Can I ask you guys a simple question? Does anybody give a shit about this match? And here's the thing about it. Yes, it's a match that you're supposed to care for. It's going to be a good match all the fuck you want. But the fact that they're giving you this match on a filler pay-per-view. I get it. Money in the Bank for WWE's become like a top 5 now, right? Like a Survivor Series or like a Royal Rumble or like a WrestleMania. To me, it's still a filler pay-per-view, right? And you're just giving this match away in the middle of the year, post-WrestleMania. To me, the time to make this match, and I said this before and I'll say it again, should have been at SummerSlam. The fact that you're giving this away on a filler pay-per-view makes no sense to me at all. Makes zero sense. And again, they acknowledge the fact that they did have a match on the Indies a couple years ago before they were both in WWE. Like this was like a decade ago, something like that, right? They acknowledge that. It's gonna be a fun match all you want, but it's like it's no momentum right now, no buzz at all. Like put it this way, you had Baron Corbin pin Rollins on Raw a couple weeks ago. That's how crazy this shit is, right? And I'll say this right now. Let's assume Drew McIntyre wins, right? The Money in the Bank ladder match. I see him cashing in. I see whoever wins this Money in the Bank ladder match from the Raw side, it being Drew McIntyre, I hope. I see him cashing in on either Rollins or Styles and walking out the new WWE champion. The new Universal Champion. So I see that happening. So I see this again ending where McIntyre cashes in on any of these two and becomes the new Universal Champion. And then we have the main event. Imagine if this main event's the show. I doubt that it will, but fuck it. Kofi Kingston defending the WWE Championship versus Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens for the past, was coming back, I guess, from an injury, whatever, coming back. He was supposed to face Daniel Bryan. He did, and I guess it ended where something like that. I guess he was supposed to face him at Chamber. I don't remember if he did or not. I do not remember, to be honest with you, because it was that long ago. But at WrestleMania, it was Kofi and Bryan. You all know Kofi won, and then Owens comes back as a good guy, right? He's back as a good guy, honorary member of the New Day, and then eventually Kevin Owens turns to Kofi Kingston. And I did say that this, in all shape or form, is the way them planting the seeds for something even bigger. And to me right now, yes, as much as I am happy for Kofi, he's WWE champion, part of me honestly would love to see Kevin Owens more as WWE champion. I think with Kofi right now, yeah, he's champion all the fuck you want. It's hard to really think that, oh my God, Kofi Kingston is your WWE champion. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. It's like, oh my God, I just can't believe it. It's a shock, right? That being said, as much as I would love to see Kevin Owens be the one to walk out as the new WWE champion, I don't see that happening. I think for Kofi, you have to give him a successful pay-per-view title defense. Granted, Kofi Kingston, you think about it, right? Since winning the championship, has had 2 successful title defenses on television. On Raw against Daniel Bryan, and then on SmackDown the day after when he beat both Sami Zayn and AJ Styles. So I think with Kofi, you can do this whole thing where he's a big match winner, where, hey, he beats Kevin Owens. I think that's happening. He beats Kevin Owens. But again, all this bleeding on to a bigger picture. Big E returns, and Big E returns as a heel, where he's upset at his brothers of the New Day for how do they fall for something so something so, that you can see a mile away, right? Where Kevin Owens got involved in the New Day and he turned on Kofi, and now Kofi and Xavier fell for that shit, right? And that can upset Big E. Because again, think about this too, right? Big E was the one that got Kofi the match at WrestleMania. So you can plan all this shit in to a heel Big E. But only time will tell. Only time will tell. Again, Money in the Bank, I'm going to watch it. I will do a review once the show's over. I'm just, in all honesty, I'm not looking. Again, let me rephrase that. It doesn't excite me at all. Like, whatever. It's, to me, it's going to be a regular Sunday. Whatever. It is what it is. But like I said before, guys, I welcome your feedback, guys. Give me your thoughts in the commenters below with your predictions for Money in the Bank. You can drop a comment below, or if not, let me know on Twitter at HeelSteven with your predictions as well. You can follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven, or if not, like I said before, check me out on all social media, on Instagram, YouTube, like I said, which you're on right now. Hit that subscribe button. Snapchat, everything is HeelSteven, by the way. Everything is HeelSteven. I will be going live. We'll be going live later on Friday around 7 p.m. time for another installment of the Team Heel podcast. Make sure you tune in for that episode 294. We're almost at 300 episodes. Holy shit. Time is going by way too fucking fast. Also, fun little fact, AEW Double or Nothing, we will be doing a Wrestle Companion. That's basically what we're going to be doing, is a live reaction to the show as it's happening. It's likely going to be the four of us, myself, Walter, Chase, and Big Mike. We're going to be live reacting to Double or Nothing. Consider it like what Joe Rogan does with Fight Companion almost. Something like that, similar. So just so you guys know for that as well. And also next week, we're bringing back the retro pay-per-view review. We'll be reviewing TNA's Victory Road 2009. So again, a lot of reasons why you should be subbed to this channel and all that fun stuff for all the content that's coming your way. But again, guys, as always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, y'all, I'm Steve, and I'm out like Janet's titties. Peace out, mother flowers.